Does your mind disappear when you sleep? What happens to your mind when you sleep? Does it truly rest, or does it continue its journey in ways we don't perceive? Welcome to Golden Buddhism, where we explore the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and how it applies to our everyday lives. If you find wisdom in these teachings, support this journey by liking this video, subscribing to Golden Buddhism, and sharing it with others who seek knowledge and inner peace. Let's walk the path of awareness together. Today's topic is one that bridges ancient Buddhist philosophy with modern neuroscience: the nature of the mind during sleep. The Buddha taught that even in deep slumber, the mind is never truly inactive. Science supports this, showing that while conscious awareness fades, subconscious processes remain alive, regulating, dreaming, and even revealing deeper truths about our inner world. Stay until the end, because this video is packed with insights that might change how you think about sleep forever. Before we dive in, let me ask you, do you believe the mind shuts down completely during sleep, or do you think it continues to operate on a subtle level? Leave a comment below and let's start a discussion. How the mind operates during sleep. Buddhism teaches that the mind is never truly inactive, even in sleep. It functions like a flowing river. On the surface, waves may subside, but beneath, the current continues. This idea aligns with modern neuroscience, which suggests that while our conscious awareness fades, subconscious processes remain active, regulating vital functions, consolidating memories, and sometimes surfacing in dreams. In the Sigaloveda Sutta, the Buddha emphasized moderation in all aspects of life, including sleep. Too much sleep can lead to sluggishness and mental fog, while too little creates stress and instability. This reflects the Buddhist middle way, Mahimapatita, a fundamental teaching that avoids extremes in favor of balance. A powerful analogy often used to describe this balance is that of a musical instrument. If a string is too tight, it snaps; if too loose, it produces no sound. Sleep, like tuning a string, requires precision. The mind must relax enough to let go of external distractions, but not so much that it falls into dullness or excessive indulgence. Neuroscience complements this Buddhist perspective. Sleep consists of different stages, primarily non-rapid eye movement, NREM, sleep, and rapid eye movement, REM, sleep. During NREM sleep, brain waves slow down, mirroring the idea of the mind withdrawing from external stimuli while still maintaining essential functions. REM sleep, on the other hand, is when the mind becomes more active, similar to how thoughts arise in meditation but are observed rather than controlled. The Buddhist concept of citta, mind-heart awareness, further explains this phenomenon. Even in deep sleep, there is a subtle, foundational awareness and underlying continuity of mind known as bhavanga citta in the Abhidhamma. This is akin to a computer in sleep mode. The screen is off, but the system is still running in the background. From both a spiritual and scientific standpoint, the way we approach sleep impacts our mental clarity, emotional well-being, and overall awareness. The Buddha's advice was clear: cultivate balance, practice mindfulness before sleep, and approach rest not as an escape, but as a tool to enhance awareness in waking life. Does the mind disappear when we sleep? In Buddhism, the mind never truly disappears. While sleep may seem like an unconscious state, it is, in reality, a shift in awareness rather than a cessation of consciousness. The Buddhist teachings describe human experience through the 5 aggregates. 1. Rupa, form: the physical body and sensory organs. 2. Vedana, sensation: the feelings of pleasure, pain, or neutrality. 3. Sat, perception: the process of recognizing and interpreting sensory input. 4. Sukha, mental formations: our thoughts, emotions, habits, and volitions. 5. Vaya, consciousness: the awareness that allows us to experience all phenomena. During sleep, These aggregates do not disappear but instead operate at a reduced level. The physical body rests, mental formations slow down, and perception becomes more internalized. Yet, consciousness, though altered, remains, subtly aware of the body's needs, external sounds, and even the passage of time. Balancing effort and relaxation, the story of Sana. A well-known Buddhist parable illustrates the delicate balance required in both meditation and sleep. Sana, a devoted monk, was deeply committed to his practice but struggled with frustration. He pushed himself too hard, trying to force his mind into concentration, but this only led to exhaustion. Seeing his struggle, the Buddha used a simple yet profound analogy. Sana, when the strings of your lute are too tight, they snap. But when they are too loose, they produce no sound. Only when they are tuned just right do they create harmony. This lesson applies not just to meditation but to sleep as well. If we enter sleep with an anxious, restless mind, we may struggle to find rest. Conversely, if we approach it with too little intention through excessive distraction or unregulated habits, our sleep becomes chaotic and unrefreshing. The key is to cultivate equanimity, a state of balanced awareness that allows the mind to let go without becoming dormant. Can sleep become a path to inner peace? The Buddhist perspective suggests that sleep is not merely a biological function but also a spiritual opportunity. In some traditions, practitioners engage in dream yoga, milam, a Tibetan Buddhist practice aimed at maintaining mindfulness even within sleep states. This aligns with lucid dreaming in modern psychology, where one becomes aware and sometimes even controls their dreams. Here's how sleep can be transformed into a mindful practice. 1. Letting go with intention. Before sleep, mentally release the worries of the day. Imagine placing all concerns in a box to be revisited tomorrow. This practice prevents unnecessary rumination. 2. Mindful breathing. Observing the breath as you drift into sleep mirrors the approach taken in meditation, helping to anchor awareness. 3. Recognizing the impermanence of thought. Even as thoughts arise, recognize that they are fleeting. Let them pass without attachment, much like clouds moving across the sky. By applying these principles, sleep ceases to be a mere escape from wakefulness. Instead, it becomes an extension of awareness, an opportunity for the mind to rest while still remaining subtly present. In this way, the mind never truly disappears but rather transitions between different modes of experience, maintaining its continuous flow. Dreams, messages from the mind. In Buddhist philosophy, dreams are not mystical prophecies about the future, but rather reflections of our inner world. They are windows into the subconscious, revealing unresolved emotions, desires, and karmic imprints. Unlike some Western interpretations that focus on dreams as predictive symbols, Buddhism views them as manifestations of our current mental state, shaped by our thoughts, actions, and emotional tendencies. The case of King Pasenadi, dreams as mental mirrors. One of the most well-known Buddhist stories about dreams is that of King Pasenadi, a powerful ruler who was deeply troubled by a series of disturbing dreams. Believing they were omens of disaster, he sought guidance from the Buddha. Instead of interpreting the dreams as signs of impending doom, the Buddha explained that they were reflections of the king's own anxieties and unresolved fears. The turmoil in his waking life had seeped into his subconscious, manifesting as unsettling visions in his sleep. This aligns with modern psychological theories, such as Carl Jung's idea of the collective unconscious and Sigmund Freud's concept of dreams as wish fulfillment. According to Freud, dreams are a way for the subconscious to process suppressed emotions and desires. Similarly, Buddhist philosophy suggests that dreams arise from the habitual patterns of the mind, what we cling to, fear, or fail to address during our waking hours. Dreams as a reflection of karma. Buddhism teaches that everything we experience is a result of karma, our past actions and mental habits. This principle extends to our dreams. If we spend the day consumed by anger, worry, or greed, our dreams are likely to mirror these emotions. If we cultivate peace and mindfulness, our dreams may take on a more serene and insightful nature. This concept is closely related to the law of dependent origination, paticca samuppada, which explains how all phenomena arise due to causes and conditions. Just as our waking thoughts and actions create ripples in our reality, our mental tendencies shape the dream world as well. The Buddha often emphasized that what we think and do during the day lingers in the mind, influencing not only our future experiences but also our subconscious states. Lucid dreaming and Buddhist awareness. Interestingly, some advanced Buddhist practitioners use dreams as a tool for spiritual growth. Tibetan Buddhism, particularly in the practice of dream yoga, Milam, teaches that becoming aware within a dream can lead to deeper insights about the nature of reality. This practice parallels Western concepts of lucid dreaming, where individuals train themselves to recognize they are dreaming and consciously navigate the dream state. From a Buddhist perspective, developing awareness in dreams is an extension of mindfulness in waking life. If one can recognize the illusion of dreams, it becomes easier to recognize the illusions and attachments in daily life. The Heart Sutra, one of the most profound Buddhist texts, states, "Form is emptiness, emptiness is form." This idea suggests that just as dreams appear real but are ultimately insubstantial, so too is our perception of reality shaped by mental constructs and impermanence. The practical takeaway: understanding your dreams. Rather than fearing or overanalyzing dreams, Buddhism encourages a mindful approach. 1. Observe, don't obsess. Instead of looking for hidden meanings, ask yourself, what emotions did this dream bring up? What recurring patterns do I notice? 2. Look at your daily thoughts. Your dreams are a mirror of your waking mind. If you constantly dwell on stress and negativity, your dreams will likely reflect that. 3. Cultivate mindful sleep. A pre-sleep meditation practice can help calm the mind, leading to more peaceful and insightful dreams. Ultimately, dreams are neither meaningless nor supernatural, they are simply echoes of the mind. By understanding their nature, we can use them as a tool for self-awareness, transformation, and spiritual growth. Deep sleep, the stillness of the mind. In deep sleep, the surface consciousness fades, yet the mind doesn't completely shut down. Instead, it enters the profound stillness, a state that resonates deeply with Buddhist philosophy. One of the key Buddhist concepts that aligns with this phenomenon is bhavangasita, often described as the underlying stream of consciousness. It is like a quiet river flowing beneath the surface of our waking thoughts, always present but unnoticed until we reach a certain depth of awareness. Buddhism teaches that the mind is never truly inactive, rather, it oscillates between different states. While our everyday consciousness engages in thoughts, emotions, and sensory experiences, deep sleep allows us to momentarily detach from this constant mental chatter. This is similar to the practice of meditation, where the mind settles into a state of quietude, unburdened by the distractions of the external world. The science of deep sleep and the Buddhist perspective. Modern neuroscience echoes this understanding. During deep sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep, SWS, the brain undergoes a process of restoration. Harmful toxins accumulated throughout the day are flushed out, neural pathways are strengthened, and the body undergoes cellular repair. In many ways, this mirrors what meditation does for the mind, clearing mental clutter, restoring balance, and enhancing overall well-being. From a Buddhist standpoint, deep sleep offers a glimpse into the impermanent nature of thought. When awake, we are consumed by a steady stream of desires, worries, and attachments, but in deep sleep, these mental constructs dissolve. This aligns with the teaching of anatta, non-self, the idea that our thoughts and emotions are not intrinsic to who we are. They come and go, like waves on the ocean's surface, but beneath it all, there is something more constant, more fundamental. Touching the depths of stillness. In deep sleep, we unknowingly enter a space of pure tranquility, free from ego, stress, and personal identity. This is why we wake up feeling refreshed not just physically, but mentally as well. It is as if, for a brief moment, we return to a primordial state of being, untouched by the burdens of daily life. This parallels the Buddhist practice of samadhi, or deep concentration, where the mind reaches a state of unwavering stillness. In this state, there is no grasping, no resistance, only presence. The difference is that in meditation, we cultivate awareness within that stillness, while in deep sleep, we simply surrender to it. Bridging sleep and meditation. Understanding deep sleep through a Buddhist lens allows us to approach it with greater mindfulness. Rather than seeing sleep as a passive necessity, we can regard it as a natural form of mental purification. Just as a lake becomes clear when undisturbed, so too does the mind when it enters deep rest. By integrating meditative practices before sleep such as mindful breathing or body relaxation, we can deepen the quality of our rest and even extend some of that tranquility into our waking life. The goal isn't just to sleep better but to awaken with a mind that is more centered, more present, and less entangled in the unnecessary noise of daily existence. In the grander scheme, deep sleep serves as a subtle reminder of what the mind is capable of, an unshakable peace that is always within reach, whether in dreams, meditation, or the present moment. Waking up, starting the day with mindfulness. Waking up isn't just about opening your eyes, it's about setting the tone for the entire day. The way we rise from sleep can shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions for the hours to come. In Buddhism, the morning is seen as a new beginning, an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and inner balance. The first moments matter. When you wake up in a rush, immediately checking your phone, stressing about the day's tasks, or jumping out of bed in a panic, you're already setting yourself up for a day filled with reactivity. The mind is like still water in the morning, but if we throw in too many stones at once, the ripples of stress will spread throughout the entire day. Buddhism teaches that the first thought in the morning can be a powerful determinant of your mental state. The Buddha himself was known to wake up before dawn, using the quiet of the early morning to meditate and reflect. This wasn't just a ritual, it was a way of anchoring himself in awareness before engaging with the world. The Dhammapada states, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." If the first thing you think about upon waking is stress or anxiety, your mind will continue to cling to those emotions. But if you begin with gratitude, mindfulness, or even a simple deep breath, you create space for peace before the chaos of the day begins. 2. The power of mindful waking. Instead of rushing, try this. Pause before getting up, feel your breath, notice the sensations in your body. Acknowledge the transition from sleep to wakefulness. Express gratitude, even a simple "I am grateful for this new day" can shift your mindset. Set an intention, decide how you want to approach your day. Not what you need to do, but how you want to be. This is similar to the Buddhist practice of right intention, samsakapa, one of the steps in the Noble Eightfold Path. It reminds us that our mental attitudes shape our experiences. If we begin our day with kindness, patience, or mindfulness, we set the foundation for how we will interact with others and with ourselves. 3. Breaking the cycle of automatic reactivity. Many of us operate on autopilot in the mornings. We wake up, rush through routines, and let our minds get hijacked by emails, notifications, and obligations before we've even taken a conscious breath. But mindfulness disrupts this pattern. Buddhist psychology teaches that the mind is like a garden. If you don't tend to it carefully, weeds, negative thoughts, stress, distractions will grow unchecked. By taking even 2 minutes in the morning to breathe deeply and center yourself, you're essentially watering the seeds of clarity and peace. One Zen teaching states, when walking, walk. When eating, eat. This is a reminder to be fully present in each moment, even in something as simple as waking up. When we wake up with awareness, we become more intentional about how we move through the rest of our day. 4. Creating a mindful morning ritual. A mindful morning doesn't mean you have to meditate for hours. Even small, intentional acts can have a profound impact. Mindful breathing. Before stepping out of bed, take 5 slow breaths, feeling each inhale and exhale. Silent reflection. Sit for a moment and listen to the sounds of the morning birds, wind, the distant hum of life awakening. Tea or coffee in mindfulness. Instead of drinking on autopilot, slow down. Feel the warmth, inhale the aroma, taste each sip fully. The key is not what you do, but how you do it. A rushed, unconscious morning leads to a scattered mind. A mindful morning leads to a centered, present mind. 5. The ripple effect throughout the day. When you start your day with awareness, that presence carries into everything else. You're less likely to react impulsively, to get caught up in unnecessary stress, or to be consumed by distractions. This aligns with the Buddhist idea of interdependent origination. Paix same update. Every thought, word, and action influences what comes next. A mindful morning is like setting a gentle current in motion, making it easier to navigate the river of daily life with clarity and ease. As we've explored today, sleep is not just a passive state of rest, it is a continuation of the mind's journey. Whether through dreams, subconscious awareness, or the deep stillness of sleep, the mind remains active in subtle yet profound ways. The Buddha taught the middle way, neither indulging in excessive sleep nor depriving oneself of it. Instead, finding harmony between effort and relaxation is the key to a balanced and mindful life. Take a moment now. What insight resonated with you most from this video? How does your experience of sleep align with these Buddhist teachings? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective matters, and we'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join our growing community of seekers. At Golden Buddhism, we bring you timeless wisdom for modern life, helping you navigate not just your waking hours, but the hidden dimensions of your mind, even in sleep. Thank you for watching, for being present, and for walking this path of awareness with us. Until next time, may you rest in peace, wake with clarity, and live with mindfulness.